Hi students, today we're going over Unit 4, Module 4, Session 4, Unit Review. As you notice, the top portion here is a note to families about division. So we're going to skip that little top part and we're going to go down to number 1. Number 1 says fill in the blanks. We're talking 1/4 of 36. So here we're thinking 36 divided by 4, that is 8. So 25 hundredths times 36. So I know that 25 hundredths is the same as 1/4. Those are equivalent to one another. To even show my thinking, I'm going to say 1/4 equals 25 hundredths. So 25 hundredths times 36 equals 8. Then 25 times 36. So here we are thinking, how is 25 hundredths related to 25? It's times 100. It's 100 times smaller than 25, or 25 is 100 times larger than 25 hundredths. So we simply need to take our product of 8 and multiply by 100 to get our answer of 800. So 26 times 36, comparing how has it changed. It's added one group of 36, so it's 836. And then 24 times 36 is one group of 36 less than 25 groups of 36. So we're going to take 800 and subtract 36, and that'll be 764. And we're ready now to move on to B, 1/4 of 48. So here I'm again thinking 48 divided by 4 is 12. 3/4 of 48, so be careful there. 3/4 is 3 times more than 1/4, because how many fourths are in 3/4? That's right, there's 3. So we're going to take 3 groups of 12. 3 groups of 12 is what? 36. 3/4 of 48 is 36. So 75 times 48 is, okay, now let's think about this. 3/4 is the same as 75 hundredths, and 75 hundredths times 100 equals 75. So right here, 75 times 48 is simply going to be 36 times 100. So 36 times 100 is 3600. So B, 76 times 48 is one more group of 48. So that's going to be 3,648. And next we see 74 times 48, which is one group of 48 less. So we're going to have 3,552 as our answer. Number 2 says solve the division problems below. For each one, we're going to complete the ratio table first. Then you can solve the problem using only numbers, or you can use sketches and numbers together. You can also add more entries to the ratio table. So you can add more entries to the ratio table if you want to. The first problem has been done for you as an example. Let's go to A. We have 272 divided by 16. So you see we have a ratio table for 16. So one group of 16, 10 groups of 16 is 160. 20 groups of 16 is 10 groups doubled. So that's going to be 320. 5 groups is 10 groups divided by 2. So we're going to take 160 divided by 2, and that is 80. Okay, so again at the top, what were my instructions? Complete the ratio table first. I did that. Now I can solve it using only numbers over here, or I can use a sketch, or I can do it together. I'm going to show you the computation over here on the left-hand side. So I'm thinking, how many groups of 16 can I subtract from 272? Well, 20 groups is too much, so that's 320. I'm going to go with 10 groups. So 10 groups is 160, and I subtract. 2 minus 0 is 2, 7 minus 6 is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, and I'm left with 112. How many groups of 16 can I subtract now? That's right, 5 groups. 5 groups is 80. So I'm going to take 5 groups there, and I'm subtracting 80 from my dividend. 2 minus 0 is 2. 11 minus 8 is 3. So I'm left with 32. So looking over at my ratio table, I'm thinking that I could add 2 groups of 16, which is 32. And so now you can see that I'm going to subtract 2 groups of 16, which is 32. And I'm left with nothing in my dividend. So I found how many total groups of 16 are in 272, and the answer is 17. Let's go to B. I have 216 divided by 12. So again, I'm going to fill out my ratio table first. 5 groups of 12 is half of 10. That's 60. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 groups of 12, which is 24. And let's think. Well, I can see over at my dividend that it's 216, and I have 120, and I have 240. 240 is too much. 120 is too little. So I would like to maybe come up with 15. If I combine 10 groups and 5 groups, combine 120 and 160, how much total do what I have? That'd be 180. So I'm going to subtract 15 groups first. 180. 6 minus 0 is 6. Need to borrow here. 36. So then I'm going to take 2 groups, which is 24, subtract, and I get 12, 1 more group. And how many total groups have I subtracted? How many total groups of 12 is in 216? And that's 18. Let's look now to C. Filling out the ratio table first. And let's go to my dividend. I see 408 divided by 17. I'm going to first take away 20 groups. 20 groups is 340. And so I see 8 minus 0 is 8. And 40, take away 34 is 6. So 68. And go over here to my ratio table and add 2 groups is 34. And I'm going to take 4 groups is 68. So I see there that it's 4 groups is 68. And I'm left with nothing in my dividend. So I found out the total of groups of 17 and 408, and that is 24. Going on to 3A, Maria is planning to make friendship bracelets to sell at the farmer's market. Each bracelet costs $1.25 to make. Use the ratio table to show your strategy for finding the cost to make 19 bracelets. So our goal here is to find the cost of 19 bracelets. I know the cost of 10 would be $12.50. The cost of 20 would be double that, which is $25. And then to find the cost of 19, I'm going to subtract 1 group, which is 1 group is $1.25. I'm going to have $23.75 as my answer here for the total cost of 19 bracelets. B. Use a ratio table to show your strategy for finding how many bracelets Maria can make for $126.25. So a little different than what we did here before, where we were finding the cost of 19 bracelets. Now here we're thinking, how many bracelets can I make for $126.25? So I already know that 20 bracelets, because I did the work up top, is $25. And so then if I double that, 40 bracelets would be $50. Double that again, 80 bracelets would be $100. And then I can take 80 plus 20 to find out 100 bracelets. 100 bracelets would cost $125. And so I'm thinking, I'm getting close to $126.25. How many more bracelets can I make? That's right, just adding 1 more. 101 bracelets would cost $126.25. So Maria can make 101 bracelets. Moving down to number 4. Solve the problems below. Use a standard algorithm for one problem. Use any strategies for the other problems, show your work, and explain your choice of strategy. So looking at this first one, I see 26 times 36, 28 times 36, and 36 times 36. This first one, I would maybe use the quarter strategy, and I would think 25 times 36. So again, I'm going to think 25 times 36 by thinking, what is 1/4 of 36? And 1/4 of 36 is 36 divided by 4. 36 divided by 4 is 9. Therefore, 25 times 36 would be 900. Add one more group of 36 because I don't see 25 groups of 36. Instead, it's 26 groups of 36. So that answer would be 936. So which strategy did I use? Using quarters, because I thought of what's a quarter of 36. Next one, 28 times 36. Maybe here I would use the over strategy, and I would think 30 times 36. 30 times 36 might be still a little difficult for me to think about, but I'm thinking 36 times 3, so I can double 36, which is 72, and then add a group of 36. So again, in my head, I'm thinking 2 times 36 equals 72, and then I'm adding 36 to that, and that is 108. Now I've only found 2 times 36, but it's 30 times 36. So the answer here is 1080 is 30 groups of 36, but I need to find 28 groups of 36. And now I'm going to take 1080 and I'm going to subtract how many groups of 36? 2. What's 2 groups of 36? 72. So I'm subtracting. And so I see my answer is 1008. And then the final one, 36 times 36. Remember at the top it says use a standard algorithm for one problem. On this one, I'm going to use a standard multiplication algorithm because I see that using any other strategy might be a little difficult. But again, the strategies I chose don't have to be the same ones you chose. I'm just giving you an example. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 times 3 is 18. 19, 20, and 21. Hold a place value. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. I add 6, 9, 2, 1. My answer is 1296. Moving on to number 5. Fill in the boxes to complete each multiplication combination below using the standard algorithm. So if it's easier for you, you can always solve the standard algorithm to the side and then fill in the boxes. That's what I'd possibly recommend. Or as a student said, they even write over the boxes. For example, 2 times 6 is 12. So I'm going to trace the 2, write a 1 up there. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Hold the place value. 3 times 6 is 18. Carry the 1. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. Then I add 2, 17, 4, and 1. So our answer here is 1472. Looking at the next one, 506 times 31. We see that 6 times 1 is 6, 1 times 0 is 0, and 1 times 5 is 5. Then, continuing to the next, we hold our place value. 3 times 6 is 18. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 5 times 3 is 15. We add 6, 8, 6, 5, 1, 15,686. And the last one, 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 1 is 15. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 1 is 43. Hold the place values. 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 2 is 14, plus 1 is 15. 7 times 6 is 42, plus 1 is 43. We add. Answer is 47,894. And that's all for today.